I want to talk to you about Willie Taggart because I actually like Willie. We've had him on the show before. What he did before he got to Oregon was all super impressive. But when he pointed at dehydration this past week after the loss to Boise State and then tried to backtrack and say, well, I wasn't talking about the Boise State game. I was talking about going forward. To me, I didn't buy it. It sounded, to me, lame because if you listen back to his quotes, he was specifically talking about the Boise State game. What do you think? Was it much ado about nothing for the media and fans about the dehydration bit, or was there something there that showed that Taggart might be over his head?
Well, I think when you look at the context of all the comments from the week, it is concerning because initially you had the two comments about them not bringing pressure on Hank Bachmeier. He had the comment that basically said, you know, when we brought pressure, we were really good. We didn't bring enough pressure, especially in the second half. And that seemed to me to be a little shot at Harlan Barnett, the defensive coordinator, because Willie's obviously not calling the defense. So who is he talking to there? And then there was the comment about not running the ball enough in the second half, not giving the ball to those two really talented running backs. And I think me, along with everybody who covers Florida State that I've talked to, saw those as maybe not shots, but pointed comments towards the coordinators. So if you take the pointed comments at the coordinators and then combine them with the comment about hydration, there's at least a lack of awareness of how the media is going to perceive those comments, and which is concerning when you're at a place like Florida State. Look, this is the biggest job that Willie Taggart has had. Oregon is a really good job. It's not a blue blood on the level of Florida State. And it's not in the region of the country that is football crazed like Florida State is. I mean, everything you say at Florida State is going to be taken by these writers and the people that talk about it in the media in the Southeast and analyzed. Whereas at the University of Oregon, maybe you can get away with that stuff a little bit more. I don't know. I've never lived in the Pacific Northwest, but I would assume that people in Portland don't care a ton about what the head coach of the University of Oregon is, the sidewalk fan. But people really care in Atlanta, in Miami, in all the major markets what the head coach of Florida State says when you drop a game to Boise State where your team just looks gassed, is cramping on the sidelines, and you played 108 plays over the course of the game on defense. People are going to really care about that. So if nothing else, it shows a lack of awareness on how his comments are going to be perceived by Willie Taggart, which to me is a little concerning.